So I'll try to be pragmatic about this, but if there's one thing you know about me, I am forever the optimist. I am now and for always will be the hoper of far-flung hopes and dreamer of impossible dreams. Who knows what that's from? Who knows what that is from, that quote? You do? Doctor Who? We are not best friends. Doctor Who? We're not best friends. Okay, anyway. So, now the problem with the story is it's not really in the past. It's not going to be Doctor Who related at all. It's just what I want to get started with. But the story kind of takes place in our future, or what I see our future is going towards and what I think might happen. And the main character, I think, is going to be all of us. I want somebody to just name a city. Name any city. A large city. Boston? Okay, I want you to picture Boston as this character, okay? Boston, the city, is the main character. It has just been lifted off the ground and is sent into space. Okay? Picture that. There's about what? How many thousand million people in Boston? I don't know. That's how many people are going to be the main character. See, there's this thing called the Drake equation. It says, it factors all this stuff in together, and it pretty much says, this is how many species there are in the galaxy, how many sentient beings. Some people get like 3, 2, some people get like 10, depending on how they factor it in or whatever. But the thing is, there's more than just one. Now, the thing I think is, we're going to be the first to colonize. That's what I think, because otherwise we'd have seen them by now. So who knows what a generation ship is? A generation ship is pretty much a ship the size of a city sent into space, because cryostasis doesn't work. It doesn't work like that. It cannot hold life. Pretty much when everybody gets out of it, they'll pretty much be so deteriorated that they can't function. Have to go through, and there's nobody going to be awake enough to actually set us through some sort of program to get us, re-functioning, I guess you could say. So in order to get it to work, you put people on a ship. By the time they land, whatever planet you sent them to, their great grandkids will get off that ship. This is what I think would be the biggest step. Because I've heard about the Mars Project. Some group in London wanted to send people to Mars. And as you know, this old lady and her old husband said, hey, we're going to go on the Mars ship if you want us to. They actually got the most applicants they could from the U.S. because everybody in the U.S. wants to go to space, apparently. Now here's the problem with that. This ship here isn't just a character. It actually could possibly happen. It is the most likely way that we're going to get out off this planet and colonize other worlds. So, what about those great-grandkids? Those great-great-great-grandkids? Those great-great-great-great-great-great-grandkids? Kids who don't get off the ship. The kids who didn't get a choice in what they had in their lot in life. They're going to be on that ship and have no choice, and they will not see the fruits of what they're doing. For all they know, they've been tossed into the gutter and are just told, hey, live here for a while, because there's not going to be much room to grow on the ship. So, what I kind of get out of this is, we're flying through space. I want you to picture us as a generation ship now. We're all the generation ship. Look to your left and to your right. Look all around you. You got to live with that person your entire life. You're going to eat with them. You're going to probably be next door neighbors with them in like a little 3x3 room. I don't know. You are now going to have to live with each other, deal with each other, accept each other for who you are. So what are the odds of us actually making it to that planet? No one's thinking of people who are in this room. Now, let's ask one question. Like, I know Mr. Jones here. You love guns, and you love hunting, right?
Yep.
Would you want to go on a generation ship? Be the first person on?
Not for a long period of time now.
Okay. Here, who would want to go on a ship, have their name be out there in the stars somewhere on some distant planet? I don't know. Who'd want to go out there? That's pretty depressing. I would love to. You want to? Awesome. Name a passion of yours. What do you like to do? Wrestling. Okay. So I'm going to be pragmatic about this again. And say, I know the characters are dull here. I kind of wanted to get a bit more excited than that, but obviously it's kind of a dull topic. However, it's going to get a lot duller because you can't wrestle on this ship. Think about it. How much space is there? How much room is there? And this isn't like some fancy, dancy heart of gold kind of ship. This is like a block. Not even a block. It's just like a bunch of pipes with walls around them. And then there's living space because we have it around the pipes. It's kind of dull. It's kind of terrible. But that whole generation there gets a chance to jump across space, have their name somewhere. I don't really have a goal in this story, but what I do want to do is I want y'all to think a bit, because every scientist says that eventually, at some point, the Earth will go away. We'll have millions of years, billions of years, but eventually it will happen. So eventually, we will have to leave this planet. Eventually, we will need to get off this planet. And the most likely way we can do that is generation ship. Is it worth an entire city of generations to go and leave our race intact? I know the characters aren't as developed as you want them to be, but I'll just picture the characters. Picture your mother or father. Ready? Picture your kids on a ship. Well, no one has kids. So picture your mother and father on a ship going across space. And just imagine. Everybody close your eyes. Picture them going across space. Picture them getting off that ship and seeing whatever world we land on. I feel like that, in and of itself, would be an experience that I would want anybody to have. I would love to get on that ship and be the first one on, knowing that I'm going to live like the rest of my 30s, 40s, 50s, and the better part of my 20s on here for somebody else to have that experience. Because I am forever the optimist, hoper of far-flung hopes, dreamer of impossible dreams. Thank you, Toastmasters.